Alright everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Today is a very big day. We are going to be kicking off our first ever series on our channel. This is going to be a little different than our normal content, as we're not going to focus so much on details of dimensions and, specs, I guess, rather is what I'm trying to get at. This is going to be focused a little bit more on just the house itself, the, cosmetically and what it could be used for, things like that. I just want to venture off a little bit from our day-to-day stuff and try something a little different. And with that, I present to you episode 1 of our brand new Kirkland Village series. Let's get into it. Okay, so right off the top, I want to throw a shout out to our sponsor, Weffy's Closet, and this is not a paid sponsorship, by the way, so I get nothing from this. I just wanted to share some love to a really, really awesome place. It is code Mike10 at checkout for 10% off your whole order as many times as you want. Regular jewelry, costume jewelry, holiday jewelry, and everything in between. So take some time, check it out, weffyscloset.com. Okay, so here we are, episode 1 of our brand new Kirkland Village series. This is going to be an adventure. I don't have it all planned out of where we're going to go. I just want to kind of do this one as it comes, as it flows, but for what it's worth, I've been around the Kirkland Villages my whole life, longer than the Lamac stuff in Department 56. I literally grew up with the Kirkland Village collections. I mean, they're awesome, they're beautiful, and how could we not, on a channel dedicated to villaging, get into the Kirkland stuff? And if you haven't heard of it, or you've been living under a rock, we are going to discover this together and really dive in on the opportunity that is the Kirkland Village series. So, people ask me from time to time, what is your favorite house of all time? What is your favorite Halloween, Christmas? What is it? What is it? So if you've been with me for a while, you probably already know that when it comes to Halloween, the Black Cauldron Inn has been my long-term, lifelong favorite house of all time, really. But when it comes to Christmas, this next house has always been my all-time favorite. I present to you the Kirkland signature Christmas church. So look at this thing right out the gate. It is just capturing your eye, capturing your heart. The stained glass, you notice right away, the gold tops. My God, this is why it's been my favorite forever. I mean, this thing is loaded with so much opportunity, and through this series, you're going to see why Kirkland has always been one of my favorite brands. With the Kirkland houses, here's that first note for you. Kirkland houses, majority of them, at least with the ones that I collect, which is kind of the 90s period, they tend to be able to be used in a whole bunch of different directions, meaning the front, yes, is the front, the back is the back, but a lot of them have, and you'll see this through the series, that you can actually use any of the sides, the back. A lot of them have doors on all the sides, and it's not like they only look nice from the front. A lot of these buildings can literally be used from all sides, and it'll look completely normal. And that was one of the best parts about the Kirkland stuff, is you could really design a village where you didn't have to worry about, the back being in the front, or, vice versa, or I wish I could have a house here, but you would see the back from this side. No. It's majority of their houses can be used in any direction, and that's what's great about them, because the quality that you see in the front, you'll find on the sides, find on the back. So no matter where you put it in your village, you can count on the fact that it's going to look appropriate. It's going to look good. You can depend on the Kirkland quality. So in this series, like I said earlier, we're not going to focus too much on the specs. This is going to be more simply just based on the house itself. We're just going to look at that. I'm going to let the camera kind of just roll through different shots of the house while I do a little bit of a voiceover for you. So with this particular house here, there is so much you're going to notice, because this could be a centerpiece of your village with no problem. I mean, the gold tops are brilliantly gold. They have a beautiful shine to them. I'm not sure if the camera really shows that high definition shine that I'm talking about, but it really, it's phenomenal. And you're going to notice too, the stained glass, it's a high quality. It doesn't look cheap, people. Everything about this house has that vintage, classic, high quality feel. Now, the big question is, well, can I use it with the other brands? Will it look funny? Will it look too small? No, that is the best part too about the Kirkland stuff, is that you can literally, I was telling you earlier, it's loaded with opportunity. You can use this with Department 56 stuff, Lamac stuff, whatever, and it will look appropriate. The scale, that it will fit. You can see it just in my voice how excited this house really makes me. And I know I'm always excited, but particularly when we talk about some of my favorites, and that's what we're doing today. So other things you'll notice with the house is right down to the doors and I mean, just all the trim work. Everything is really defined and painted thoroughly. And it just, I mean, no matter what angle you look at this stuff from, it says strong, beautiful, long-term standing house. Basically, the quality is, I guess, what I'm getting at. It's just beautiful. They have the statues, they have the windows, they have even on the groundwork, the stonework. They didn't leave a detail, a stone unturned, literally. And again, because you can use this house from any angle, putting it right in the center of something, of a little town square if you wanted, or put it off in a corner on a high, little foam thing, whatever, it will look great. And also I noticed with, here's a little second thing for you. You can also add like little iron fencings to this thing, like just little accessories you can buy, and it will look good. The scale will look good, and it just adds that extra touch. Now, as we venture into the series, we're going to talk about like the figurines that it comes with and things like that, because this is actually a really big set. The Kirkland stuff wasn't individual houses, right? They were like, 37-piece sets and, whatever, and they would come with so many houses, figures, and we will cover all that stuff through this series. I'm going to pick a few houses out of the series that I have. I have a few different ones, and we'll look at those, and we'll look at the figures and all the opportunity, again, that is the Kirkland Village series. And this is why at Christmas time, when you look at my villages, which I've posted on my channel, you will see that I mix the Kirkland stuff all with my Lamac stuff and Department 56 accessories, whatever, because they scaled it right. They scaled it for opportunity. And when they were designing these houses, they thought, okay, well, not only are we going to scale it to fit, but we're also going to let you decide how you want that house to sit, what angle, without worrying about, oh, am I going to see the plug, or, oh, it looks, they didn't, they kind of left some quality out of the back. Nope, not with the Kirkland stuff. So this house, I thought, was the perfect house to kick off our series with. It's my favorite Christmas house of all time. And let me know what kind of stuff in this series you want to see. Like I said, we're skipping a lot of the fine details. And there's not really a lot out there anyway, because these were sets. They weren't individual houses. They were something you'd go to Costco, and they would have them there during Christmas time. You either bought them or you didn't. And that was kind of that. Costco's known for a lot of other things, obviously, than the Christmas Village. And I think a lot of people don't even know that they did venture into that. And do they do it every year? I don't know. In my area, it's kind of a hit or miss. Sometimes they have them nowadays, sometimes they don't. But back then, it was more of a consistent thing, 95, 96, 97, all that kind of mid-90s stuff. And they're not really dated. Like, there's no information on the bottom, stuff like that. So, these are estimates. I was really young at the time, and there's very little out there as far as research for these. So, kind of go with me. If you know something about them, drop it in the comments below. I read my comments. I reply to my comments. So get involved. Let's venture into this together. So, okay. So here we go. Let's wrap it up. This is our first episode in the Kirkland Village series. We did my favorite house, the Christmas church. Obviously, I love it. And because of everything that it comes with, you cannot go wrong. We're not talking specs. We're not talking anything like that. This is something that obviously isn't made anymore, but you can still find them. Just search Kirkland Christmas Village on all your favorite sites. They're around. They come up. They're for all different prices. We're not going to get into any of that here, because this is simply just about admiring the house itself in this series. So I don't know if you want to call this a review or just a new adventure in our series, because it's a little bit of a review, but we're just venturing off together into something that I wanted to share with you. So with that said, I thank you so much, as always, for continuing to support my channel. And please, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next one.